Fortnite hands down is the most collaborative game in existence. I mean, what other game has Master Chief, Naruto, Spider-Man, and Thanos in the same lobby? This is the evolution of Fortnite Collabs, starting with the absolute first ever crossover in 2018. The first collab to ever come to Fortnite was, of course, the Avengers crossover. When Epic Games announced this, it literally broke the internet. Thanos dropped into the game and you could play as him in an LTM. I mean, everyone was freaking out. And then just 2 seasons later, they released Fortnite NFL, the first ever sports collab for the game. There were a ton of NFL skins based on different teams, and they completely blew the item shop away. But there was a really random crossover in 2018 that confused everyone. Over at Risky Reels, lucky players noticed Wreck-It Ralph appear on the projector screen. It was a super rare occasion and only happened once or twice. And then, well, that was it. Nothing ever came from this. And that was it for 2018. The first full year Fortnite only had these 3 collabs, but Epic Games are just getting started when it came to 2019. And now this year started off with an absolute bang. Fortnite surprised everyone with their first ever in-game concert when they introduced Marshmello to the game. He had one of the coolest live events of the year and even dropped with an item shop set. But in that same season, Epic added the first ever mythic item to Fortnite, the Infinity Blade. This was actually a secret collab item based on their Infinity Blade series of games. And while everyone was distracted by how overpowered that thing was, Epic moved on to Season 8 and dropped another Avengers collab, and this time around it was Endgame, and they brought back the Infinity Gauntlet LTM with way more Marvel-themed mythics than ever before. Not long after this, the Marvel effect spread even more as Star-Lord and Black Widow dropped into the shop. But something that shocked everyone happened 1 season later in Season 9. Epic Games turned Tilted Towers into Neo Tilted and Retail Row into Mega Mall, and both of these new POIs came with exciting crossovers. Neo Tilted included the Continental Hotel, a unique POI from the John Wick movie series, as well as Keanu himself as his skin. This was super special because Fortnite already had a John Wick skin a year before, but now they made it official. And over at Mega Mall, there was a Stranger Things collab where you could actually go into the Upside Down and teleport around the POI, not to mention buying the Hopper and Demogorgon skins. And so as 2019 came to an end, so did Chapter 1, with Season X giving us quite a few crossovers for the finale. Major Lazer made a random but cool appearance, and 2 new POIs were added to the map, Gotham City and Pandora. Gotham City was Tilted Towers but with a Batman theme, and Pandora was a super unique POI that made Fortnite actually look like a Borderlands game. It was so cool. But as soon as Chapter 2 began, Epic managed to sneak a collab in just before the end of the year with a Star Wars live event. There were Star Destroyers in the sky, TIE Fighters flying around, and even the Falcon landing, and they kept going with it. Players were given Star Wars skins, a Millennium Falcon glider, and the best part, lightsabers and blasters in-game. But the year that absolutely changed everything was 2020. Here's something that no one was expecting to kickstart the year, and that was a completely new type of collab. Epic announced the Icon series and revealed the first entry, Ninja. They followed him up with the Birds of Prey skins, but Season 1 was kinda lame. Chapter 2 Season 2 took things to another level. Deadpool was a secret skin in the Battle Pass with his own bathroom Easter egg, minigame, mythic hand cannons, and even a Yacht POI. They went all out for it. And he wasn't even the biggest collab of the season. Midway throughout, Epic dropped Travis Scott's Astronomical, and this was an experience unlike anything we've ever had before in Fortnite. It blew everyone away. While Season 2 gave us those insane collabs, it also gave us the worst one. Over at Risky Reels, Epic Games hyped up a new game mode that actually played TV shows on the screen, except it was a collab with Quibi, and they just played episodes of Punk'd on repeat. It was by far the worst crossover we have ever had, and just a few weeks later, Quibi went bankrupt and shut down. Yikes. So as we move to Chapter 2 Season 3, Epic partnered with Christopher Nolan to play his movies in Party Royale, and also sneak a Tenet Easter egg in the basement of Steamy Stacks. Season 3's secret skin was Aquaman, fitting with the flooded theme, and he brought his set as well as the worst POI of the entire chapter, Coral Castle. This one was a yikes, but luckily he also came with his nemesis Black Manta. Season 3 went on to redeem itself when it gave us Captain America on July 4th. He was an awesome but kinda random skin, especially for how popular Cap is. But it turned out that this was a teaser for something much bigger. Season 4 dropped and it was the first ever collab season of Fortnite. The entire Battle Pass was Marvel themed, filled to the brim with superheroes and villains. A ton of POIs on the map were changed to Marvel themed locations, and we got more mythic items than we have ever seen in the game at once. Some of these were weak and others were just so broken, and I'm looking at you, Groot. The Icon series also updated itself this season, with Loser Fruit being the second content creator to get a skin. Right after that, J Balvin performed in Party Royale, and Lachlan added himself to the lineup. There were also some random collabs in Season 4, like Rocket League cosmetics to celebrate Epic Games acquiring them, as well as the Ghostbusters car on the map and default skins based on the movies. But 2020 ended itself with a single collab, The Last Lap. This bundle was added to the item shop at the end of the year and stayed around for a ridiculously long time. But now we have 2021, by far the biggest collab year Fortnite has ever had, and it started with Chapter 2 Season 5. We were thrown straight into 2021, jumping from a Marvel season to a straight-up collab season. The Mandalorian was in the Battle Pass along with his Baby Yoda backbling, but then as the season progressed, it became obvious that it was going to be a collab-filled couple of months. There was a huge range of skins from Kratos and Master Chief to The Walking Dead and Snake Eyes. Marvel and DC made appearances with Green Arrow, Black Panther, Ant-Man, The Flash, Captain Marvel, and way more. Classic 80s franchises also joined the fight with Terminator, Predator, Tron, and even Street Fighter were added, and this was all in one season. And that's not even talking about the fact that Graph G and Laserbeam both joined the Icon series as well. 2021 really started off with a bang, and it wasn't slowing down anytime soon as we moved on to Season 6. In the Battle Pass alone, we had Raven from Teen Titans, Lara Croft, and then Neymar as the secret skin. Throughout the season, a ton of collabs were introduced, like Kelsier from the Mistborn books, Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, and a lot of DC skins, like a lot. Harley Quinn, Batman Zero, Beast Boy, Catwoman Zero, Deathstroke Zero, Armored Batman, it was ridiculous. But it made sense as a Batman Fortnite crossover comic was happening at the same time. But to finish off the season, Epic released NBA skins for these sports fans. But Season 6 was just a breather season when we realized what was about to happen. Season 7 and 8 were about to take collabs and completely rinse them dry. From day one, Epic Games put Rick Sanchez, Superman, and Gujaman in the Season 7 Battle Pass. Then they released Harry Kane and Marco Reus, which was the most random thing ever, and they were joined in the item shop by Thanos, Gildeguy, and Bloodsport. Yes, eventually they brought out Thanos as an item shop skin over 3 years after he first released in Fortnite. And then Loki joined the Fortnite crew during the season, and there was still so much more to come. LeBron James joined the Icon series to celebrate the release of the Space Jam sequel, and he wasn't the only celebrity to come to Fortnite. Ariana Grande hosted a Rift Tour concert and got an entire set of cosmetics to go along with it. And then J Balvin got added to the Icon series a whole year after originally collabing with Fortnite. But something that shocked everyone during Season 7 was a surprise crossover with Ferrari, where Epic Games actually added a Ferrari supercar into the game, and it was well received by the community. I mean, everyone loved it. And the collabs just kept coming as well. Cammy and Guile added to the Street Fighter lineup, while Marvel and DC got even more skins in the game, to no one's surprise. Gamora, Shang-Chi, and Wonder Woman all arrived in the shop. But what surprised everyone though was when Fortnite partnered with Free Guy and added the Dude skin into the game, along with messages left by Ryan Reynolds around the island. This was a really weird crossover. Ryan Reynolds wasn't the only celebrity to partially get added to Fortnite in Season 7 though, as Will Smith got a skin, but in the form of his Bad Boys character Mike Lowry. But Fortnite didn't just use their power to sell skins, they also did a collaboration with Time Magazine to host a March Through Time event, where they educated players on civil rights, MLK, and racism. And so as Season 7 came to an end, we also approached the finale of Chapter 2, and Epic decided to end off the chapter with an absolutely insane season, filled to the brim with crossovers that everyone loved. In the Battle Pass, you could find Carnage grouped with original skins, and that was it. The rest of the collabs were all item shop skins. It started with Janky, who was another super plastic character. Fortnite also kept switching things up even 4 years into crossovers. In Season 8, they worked with Balenciaga, making it the first ever fashion collab. And then they released a new version of Venom that was more like the MCU version of Eddie Brock, and added Rick Grimes to the Walking Dead set from Season 5. Epic Games then revealed a pause collab, releasing a skeleton set into the shop that impressed everyone. What nobody expected though was when Doom cosmetics dropped out of nowhere. Both Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet's characters were added into Fortnite. It broke the internet. But it wasn't for long, as there's still so much in store for us that nobody was expecting. To celebrate Halloween, Fortnite got horror skins like the Mummy, Frankenstein, and his bride, and a lot more. Resident Evil, after years of fans asking for it, was released in the shop with no warning. It was a huge surprise, and both Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield joined the Gaming Legends series as a result. And then DC, of course, had to join the fight as they do every season. They released the Batman Who Laughs outfit, and Marvel added their contribution with Nick Fury and the Dark Phoenix skins. Season 8 was filled with collabs nobody expected though, like El Chupalin and Monopoly backblings. They also crossed over with some of the biggest names in the world, like Jinx from League of Legends and the huge fashion brand Moncler. But by far the most talked about collab of all time was what truly broke the internet, when Epic revealed Fortnite x Naruto. This is literally the most popular crossover in Fortnite history, and they were simply cosmetics of all of Team 7 in the shop and a mythic kunai bomb. And that was about it. No fancy POI on the map, no huge build up. It was actually kinda crazy. But despite Chapter 2 ending this year, there is still so much more waiting for us in Chapter 3. Yes, we have already gotten some of the most memorable collabs to date. Epic Games revealed that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson plays the Foundation, and despite it being an original character, they use his likeness, essentially turning it into a crossover, just like Will Smith or Ryan Reynolds skins. And in the Battle Pass for Season 1, Epic released by far the most requested collab the game has ever seen. In the years of all of these crossovers, people have been asking for one thing: Spider-Man, and we never saw him until now. The comic book version of Spider-Man was added into the Battle Pass, as well as mythic web slingers that are extremely popular at the moment. And then a few days into the season, Epic dropped a secret crossover with Gears of War, adding skins into the game from the series. But there were surprises that nobody was expecting in the weeks ahead. Out of nowhere, to celebrate the release of No Way Home, Epic actually released a new version of Spider-Man into the item shop, and this time it was Tom Holland's MCU version of the superhero. He came with Zendaya's MJ, making her the only celebrity to be added to Fortnite twice. And then just days after that, Epic dropped a collab with The Matrix, adding a Matrix-themed glider, wraps, and emotes into the game. To put a series wrap on 2021, they finished with the second most requested collab of all time, Boba Fett from Star Wars. To celebrate his new show coming out this week, they added him straight into the game along with his jetpack back bling, and he looks remarkable. And that is literally the entire history of Fortnite Crossovers. Hope you enjoyed it. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.